Hello everyone, today we're doing a head-to-head comparison between the Nintendo Switch 2 and the PlayStation Portal, two very different handheld experiences. From size, battery life, and latency to overall functionality and game libraries, we'll break it all down and see which one might be the better fit for your setup. First up, size and form factor. The Switch 2 is more compact overall, but still sturdy with that familiar Nintendo design. It's meant to be a full portable console, self-contained and ready to go whenever you are. The PS Portal is slightly larger and feels more like a DualSense controller with a screen in the middle because that's basically what it is, with a few minor differences, mainly being the grips on the controller are slightly smaller than that of a normal DualSense controller. That said, I'll be honest, the PS Portal is actually more ergonomic. Sony designed it with the DualSense Edge style comfort in mind, and it shows. The grips feel natural, the triggers are solid, and is honestly more comfortable to hold for long play sessions, compared to the flatter grip style of the Switch 2. When it comes to battery life, the results might actually surprise you. The Switch 2, while powerful and fully portable, tends to get around 2 to 6 hours of playtime depending on the game, brightness, and performance settings. Heavier titles will drain it much faster. The Portal, on the other hand, despite being a streaming only device, actually holds its own here with about 5 to 7 hours of use on a full charge. Because it's not rendering games natively, it doesn't burn through battery quite as quickly. Now onto a latency comparison between the two consoles. This is where the Switch 2 shines. Since it runs all the games natively, there's basically zero input delay. Your controls are fast and responsive always. The PS Portal, meanwhile, depends on your Wi-Fi connection. When you're on the same local network as your PS5, the experience is surprisingly smooth. But if your internet isn't strong or you're farther from your router, you may run into some input lag or visual compression. It's not a deal breaker, but it's something to keep in mind. This is where the real difference lies. The Switch 2 is a fully functional console. You can buy physical or digital games, play them anywhere, or even dock it to your TV for up to 4K 60 FPS output. And the Portal, by contrast, is more of a companion device. It doesn't run games on its own. You need a PS5 to stream from, and it works best when you're on the same home network. Think of it as a convenient way to play your PS5 games away from your main TV, not a true standalone system. Although I will mention I do believe there has been updates, which include for cloud-enabled games to be played on the Portal, not requiring the need of a dedicated PS5. Both screens are admittedly impressive, but they approach things differently. The PS Portal features a beautiful 8-inch LCD display at 1080p 60Hz. It looks great with crisp visuals and smooth motion that really does justice to high-end PS5 titles. The Switch 2, meanwhile, features a 7.9-inch LCD touchscreen with a resolution of 1920 by 1080. It also supports HDR10 and variable refresh rate for up to 120 Hz, giving it an edge in flexibility and visual smoothness, especially for native play. Plus, when docked, it can output up to 4K at 60 FPS, something the Portal simply can't do. Let's talk about the most important part for a lot of people, the games. The Switch 2 has a fantastic library of both third-party and indie games, but it's really Nintendo's first-party lineup that sets it apart. Zelda, Mario, Metroid, Smash, Pokemon, and more. These are titles you just can't play anywhere else, and they're a huge reason why people keep coming back to Nintendo consoles. The PS Portal, meanwhile, taps directly into your PS5 library, which may arguably appeal to a wider range of players. You've got access to titles like Gran Turismo 7, Elden Ring Night Rain, Spider-Man 2, and even more competitive shooters like Rainbow Six Siege. And honestly, most of the games play incredibly well, especially when you're just relaxing at home and don't want to be glued to your main TV. Of course, for games that are heavily online based, you'll want a strong, consistent connection, but for single player and lighter online titles, the experience is surprisingly good. So which one's better? Well, it really depends on what you're looking for. If you want a true portable gaming console with iconic exclusives, local performance, and TV docking, the Switch 2 is tough to beat. But if you already own a PS5 and want a comfortable in-home way to stream your favorite games without hogging the living room, the PS Portal is way more capable than it first seems. Not to mention, the PS Portal price starting at only $200 is a huge difference from the Switch 2's price of $450. Let me know down in the comments which one are you using or thinking about picking up. And if this helped you out, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and check out my other console reviews and comparisons here on the channel. I'll catch you in the next one.